Hello and welcome to the Community Voice. I'm Fara Sax. Are you thinking about investing in real estate abroad or buying a second home or even planning for retirement in this lovely home of yours? The first ever international property show is coming to Miami at the James L. Knight Center from May 9th to 11th. And joining me right now is Erin Saxton. She's the COO and media spokesperson for the Expo. Hi, Erin.
Hey, Farah. Hey, everyone. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure. And we're doing this not in the same room. But it's such a pleasure to see
You
you. And
know, any chance I get to be in Miami, I want to get there, but we just missed each other. And I'll be back down in a few weeks for the property show, which is why we're here talking. So, yeah, we'll see each other soon.
and absolutely, it's May 9th through the 11th. And so many great things are happening and what you're doing. And it's never been done before. So share with me.
Isn't that crazy, Farah? Never in the history of the United States of America have we ever collectively had an international property show. Like growing up, there would be the Flower Expo at the Armory or the Garden Show, or I live in New Jersey, very close to Jacob Javits. There's the boat shows, the car shows. Never has there been an international property show, which means it's a it's a it's a convent where it's at the convention center, and it's people from Cyprus, Malta, Dominican Republic, various regions in Spain, and they're all coming here to
Why
show us
why
their property.
but why do you think that it's never been done before and that you and you can introduce your beautiful founder and CEO?
My beautiful best friend, yeah, Alana Klochkov founded this. She was doing property shows in Moscow for years, and she came over here. Then she had 3 kids, and she's always noticed it wasn't here. And I think to answer your question, the reason why it wasn't so big was Americans were fine with moving south when they retire or finding a place. Only in recent years is there VRBO, Airbnb. If you really think about this, Americans were more settled on, well, I'm just going to go be a snowbird, or I'm going to move west, or I'll move to Delaware because of the sales tax, whatever your reason is for retirement or for an investment property. But now, ever since the 2008 mortgage crisis, we started rethinking things. Then we had COVID, right? So now everybody's thinking, well, why do I have to stay in the United States? And they're researching all of these other locations that could be a viable option. And so now it's with the trend.
And it's so interesting because this is the first ever expo as you shared, and it's also the website and how these come together. So talk about how those two components come together to make this a dream, a reality for folks.
So there's no place for us to, for example, the other day, it was raining and I thought, where else could I go? Where could I live? And most importantly, if I had X amount of dollars, what could that buy me in all different places? I'm a cuckoo person like that. I love to play that game. And I found myself trying to find something in Switzerland. And then I tried to find myself in Malta. And then, so what our CEO of realtiesabroad.com did is she is aggregating properties. Over in Europe, there's no MLS. So if I wanted to move to Miami,
That's the multiple listing service, which houses all the properties that one can access for
exactly.
sale.
So we've intertwined all of it so we can do, as a consumer, one-stop shop. But when you look overseas, they don't have that. So what Alana is doing is contacting developers and realtors and having them fill up the back walls, the back alleys of her website with all the properties. So she's becoming like an international Zillow, though we're not realtors. There's no money being earned like that from her. We want people, we're doing this because we want everyone coming to the expo. We really encourage people to come see what this is all about. There's no pressure. The tickets are even complimentary now. And we are doing some panels. There'll be experts there. There'll be some VIP situations. We have prizes and lotteries, but we really want everyone to see it. So our job is to just host this. So we have all these exhibitors, they're coming over. So
Are
we're
these
spreading
are
the
these
word.
are these just going to be properties that are around the world, or is it going to also be maybe loan officers or attorneys, financial people? How does that work?
Thank
So
you for
we're
asking.
exchanging currency, and we're exchanging the way they do business in different countries might be different than what we do in the United States. And how do you interface that so that it's seamless?
Yes, and thank you for keeping me on track because I get so excited about this. So
I can
what I
tell.
was
I can
I
tell.
know I can't, but I love this. I just love this.
It's
So what
because
I
it's
was
because it's because our names at the root are Sax and Saxton,
and
so
isn't
it's like a
that
Bunsen
fun?
Crook kind of thing, so I
I know,
get
I
it, I
love it.
totally
I
get it.
love it. So if I were to move to Miami, I just
Mhm.
go on the computer in theory and I just browse. Well, if I wanted to move to Malta or Ireland or Cyprus, every country has different rules and I can't see all of their properties. So we will have mortgage representatives there, attorneys, lawyers. There's things called a golden passport. There's some properties you can buy and you automatically get residency. Every country is different. So what realtiesabroad.com is here to do is to be that one-stop shop for educational purposes, give you an idea of what is required for each country. It doesn't make it difficult to go overseas. It just makes it, we don't know what we don't know. So realtiesabroad.com is housing all of that information country by country. And
Well,
we
do
will
you
definitely have a mixed bag of developers, realtors. So you'll see properties, but you'll have lawyers there, mortgage companies there to chat and talk and learn and get more information.
So this is really a consumer event. You're going to have from the realty companies and that genre. But for me as a consumer coming in, I will be able, or our audience will be able to really visit the booths, see possible opportunities in Malta or Greece or Italy or wherever I want to have that second home or investment property, and have that conversation and work together. And that's what you guys are, the conduit to making this relationship start, and continuing that conversation and building for their future.
Absolutely. And it's good. It's all for the consumers. It's all for the consumers because it's nice to have a plan B. You know, there's college costs now, and people are kind of going through their 401ks or dipping into it for different reasons. And they still want to have a retirement plan. Or if they're younger, they might not, like, I'm thinking, my son's out of the house, he's in college. I need this big house? Should I sell this house? Should I move somewhere else? Like, there's a lot of what ifs, and I am not the only one in my friend group that's thinking about that chess move. And I don't have to necessarily do it right this minute, but within the next few years, I probably want to start making some decisions. And so that's what this is. It's a room full of knowledgeable people, so everyone could think about the possibilities of what if.
And also, I you have expressed in my notes, there are breakout sessions. You're going to have information centers. You sent
Mhm.
sessions that where the consumer can actually sit and talk with representatives from other areas, and to talk about the difference and the nuances between countries. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there are some properties that have zero property taxes. From New Jersey, I'm telling you, how great is that, right? And then there's other properties in different countries that are yielding, if you were to turn them, 5 to 7% net returns. Like, that's wonderful. And so when you're looking at $80,000 to $80 million, they'll be there represented. But I love to say, okay, what would 400,000 buy me here, here, and here? And I think, to circle back where we first started, why has this never been done before, is because let's say $400,000 used to buy us a lot more in the US than it does now. So a lot of people are wanting to stretch their investment further. They're also looking to just diversify their portfolio. And so they're considering these as one of their many options.
And then, and in the notes, it's evolved so much, and from 3 to 5 years, this has really taken off for the growing interest in international properties. And how does that? And how, that's an amazing figure. Is it because of the end of COVID? Is it because people have the travel bug? Are we getting older? Are we thinking outside the box of just U.S.?
Well, I think you have a lot of celebrities that are not particularly like I think they started some of the chat like, well, if so and so's president, I'm leaving, right? And so then people were thinking, oh, well, even if so and so is president, maybe I'll leave, right? Or, oh, well, for a split second we were able to visit Cuba and not anymore, right? But that's like
Mhm.
so there are these little moments that have just been spoken about, whispered. And then you have all the international house hunter shows and all the property shows online on cable and on streaming. And so that begins to get, people curious. Then you have the Diane Lane movie, Under the Tuscan Sun, right? So, I mean, it's kind of been around and flirting with us for quite some time. But still, it wasn't before Alana Klotchkov came along, and she's now the one to set this down, and she's hosting this very first show. So it's just
Mhm.
extraordinary.
And what you mentioned earlier, the 2008 mortgage crisis, and in that aftermath of that, many Americans started looking for ways to hedge their, for a better word, property portfolios. How has that mindset really influenced the current rise in the international property interest and purchasing abroad?
I just feel like that was a listen, unfortunately, I remember that time because you were able to qualify for these great, beautiful lipstick mortgages, right? And so everyone who just showed they had employment, it was so inflated and it just fell out. And then the real estate dropped out, and so many people were stuck with these huge, huge mortgages. And I think it really scared a lot of us, and we
Mhm.
thought, oh my gosh, we have to dig out. And I never want to be heavy again where I can't diversify my portfolio. And I don't want to be house poor. And so I'm really looking to, this is what I was personally thinking, to get out from under. It was just a tough time in our economy. And so, and with just being, for me, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a single mom. And at the time I was thinking like, oh my gosh, this is just so I have a feeling once that happened, some people never lost that I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket feel. And it was just a severe blow. So they also think, you know what, maybe now the world is getting smaller, even smaller. And so there's a lot more worldly curiosities, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
They want to immerse themselves in different cultures, and they love the thought of dual citizenship, or they want their children or their grandchildren to be able to have a place to go. And so they're
Absolutely.
realizing it's not so far away. A flight to Iceland from here is less than 5 hours from New York City. That's
I
incredible.
just checked it out from Miami, and there's no direct, and it's 12 hours, but
Did you?
but I did actually, because my daughters are going down there, but it's just so interesting that the world has become so small, and the ability to do what you're doing, and this is a new entrepreneur,
It's so
leap of faith and business, and tell me what was the inspiration for you? And here we're looking at some beautiful visit look, I mean, who would wanna go to
a
see
little Italy, literally.
I mean,
Isn't it
really,
beautiful?
look at this. I wanna have a
Listen, I
pizza.
mean, imagine these are your views every day waking up. I mean,
Venice.
I
Oh,
I could do Venice. Couldn't you? I mean, we could have
I've been
coffee.
there. I love it. I love it. Let's walk me through some of the key similarities and the unique nuances that buyers should be aware of between American property versus international. What is the link between them that you were able to do for Realties Abroad?
I think that, and I wasn't sure of your audio, so I'm just saying I got a
I repeat
funky
it.
audio hit. So if I made a weird hit, no, I heard you. You sounded really fast. So I'm just
Go slower.
so
The beauty of Zoom and
no, it
being
was
live together.
I almost want to get on a plane just to come down there. Yes, you know what? Repeat the question because this way, in case
Sure.
the audio didn't go.
Sure. So, walk us through a little bit about the similarities between buying property in America and buying it abroad, and how you at Realties Abroad nuance that and bridge that gap.
So what we're trying to do is at Realties Abroad, we realize that because there's not an MLS overseas, which means we could go where we just saw Venice. And let's say we set our budget and we wanted to go there and we go see a mortgage, we go see a realtor. They will show us their properties, let's say 4 or 5. And then you realize there's 1,000 available, but that realtor only has the listing for 4 or 5. So then you have to call how many other realtors to see that. So that's a big difference between buying here domestically versus overseas. There's other things like and even in our area here, there's in New Jersey, we have home inspections, like really thorough home inspections. Overseas in different countries, they might not be it might just be as is, or they might not have that practice. They might, but every country is going to be different, and every city within every country is going to be different. Then there's some Americans can get a mortgage overseas, which a lot of people probably don't even think about. But we can go and apply for a mortgage for Europe. So Venice and Tuscany and Florence and Malta, Ireland, Scotland, Mallorca, like it's really a reality that can come true.
So, okay, Erin, I'm all in. I want to buy a property in Italy. So tell me what the first steps would you put me in touch with a real estate broker in Italy, and I go out with them and look at 4 or 5 places, and then I secure financing over there. Do I secure financing here? How does that work so that it could be an easy process that you are sharing with us today?
So I'm probably going to leave the financing part alone because I don't know enough about your finances to see where you need to diversify or things like that. So I'm probably safely going to decline to answer that one because I just don't want to say the wrong thing, right?
No, but that would be someone in the States that would help me along, or someone in
No,
Italy?
yeah, I mean, there's definitely like at Realties Abroad, there's this a concierge service. So
Right.
if people want to, they would call the CEO. She would set you up with one of our advisors, and you as a team would figure out financially, are you diversifying? How are you investing? And then depending on where you're interested in, we then even will have somebody that can go with you ahead of time. They could scout out properties. They could observe for you and just look at scouting, and then they'll meet you there, and then they can show you everything. So they can work with the multitude of realtors to help you have more of what we're used to as an experience here in the States.
That's so wonderful. It makes it so much more easy and familiar, since there's someone boots on the ground in America to help me move to Italy if I wanted to move to Italy. This is great.
The language, like there's a lot of companies, most of these countries and companies, they all speak English. We probably are terrible in reverse speaking all of their different languages. I know I am.
I know
So
I know how to say pizza and ciao bella, so I think I'm good, right?
all right, you're perfect. You're perfect. Andiamo then. Let's do it. So Yeah, but so our concierge service will really help bridge the gap between where you are now and literally where you want to go financially, mortgage wise, passport wise, residency. There's steps there. Again, not difficult, just things you need to keep in mind.
And if I wanted to do this as a investment property, do you have property management services for foreign investors?
A lot of these realtors and developers have built-in management services. So yes, those are resources that many of the countries that will be joining the expo will be able to walk the customers, the visitors through to say, yes, you buy this, we have this service. So if you're looking for an investment property or even a second home and you're not able to be there, but you want somebody to check in on the house, absolutely. That will all be revealed and discussed. Many properties at the expo will be offering that in various countries.
So let's talk about the expo. Let's tell me, I walk in, what can I expect? There's
Magic.
always madness.
No,
I wish
magic. Oh,
I
madness too.
what, what did you say? It wasn't madness. What was it?
Well, I hope it's madness, but in a good way, right? But no, I said magic.
Magic. Wrong word. Take two. Magic. So magic. So tell me what's magical. There's also a raffle. Once you get your ticket, you're also enrolled in a raffle for. Tell us more about
So
what's going on and giveaways.
The James L. Knight Convention Center, for anyone who's been there's the front room and it's overlooking the waterway and it's just gorgeous and it's flooded. The room's flooded with natural light. It's attached to the Hyatt. So there's a restaurant and a bar and there's hotels. And so it has such a great vibe when you walk in. And every exhibitor designed with our trade show booth company. So everybody has a booth, everybody has monitors, everybody has access to their laptops and whatever. Everybody's bringing something different so they can truly show this isn't just some honky tonk little like take out my notebook and here like, oh, like how about this? But it's not that. It's not like, hey, want to buy a watch? It's not that either. It's a really formal trade show experience open to the public so everybody can just really get a sense of that. And there's seating and couches. But I, being with my entertainment background and marketing, wanted to make sure there was fun and value so we are giving away $10,000. There's a lottery. So, and it needs to be, before anyone gets, that needs to be spent towards any future deals within the exhibitors in that room. So let's say, Farah, we pick your name out of the hat and you win $10,000 and you're speaking to somebody in Cyprus. And you're like, great, done deal. We give you, or legally it's all like already mapped out, but then that's $10,000 that goes towards your property in Cyprus.
Wow, it's beautiful. And then I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's going to be fun. And then we're filling suitcases with cute giveaways and just like different free gifts. And I know there's like goodie bags. So there's literally something for everybody when they come to the show.
And it's an all day event.
Yes, it runs from 11 to 8. We're going to put there every day as a different, because that Sunday's Mother's Day. So I'm encouraging people to add in this and take your mom around the world for Mother's Day. So if you're having
buy her a piece of property for Mother's Day. What a gift. What a gift.
She gave you life. Give her
property.
Right? The least you can do. She gave you life. Give her Tuscany or something. Come on, people. But yeah, so on our website, realtiesabroadexpo.com has all the
and we see it on the bottom there running. Yeah. So for more information, you can visit realtiesabroadexpo.com for more information about that. In the time that we have left, which is a few minutes, something that we might have missed, something that you want to talk about, some nuanced, exciting event happening that you are magically excited about. I'm excited about just being there with you, and to see all communities coming together throughout the world and being part of this incredible expo and giving people an opportunity to think outside the box, to invest in a property, to maybe have a second home or plan for a retirement, or what a great way to own something and rent it out. I mean, the ideas and the possibilities are endless.
I agree. And I think I'm just so excited that our CEO chose Miami to be the first ever, because I know she already has planned in 2026, and there's one more show in 2025, and I believe that's San Diego. It could also be Boston in the spring, but there'll be 10 shows in 2026. We always want to come back to Miami annually. So we really are encouraging people to stop by and show us that support, and show the vendors and the people who are exhibiting just that interest, because it's just really very interesting, and it's never been done before, and they'll be a part of history by attending.
And this is really a magical moment, like you said, and maybe madness also, but it's chaotic. It's great, and I really appreciate you spending the time with me, and for us to be celebrating this first ever, Erin, with us.
Thank you so much, and I hope to see everybody there.
Look at that! This is what a way to dream. Dream big. Dream outside the box. And look at, here we are. So thank you again, Erin. It has been great being with you. Until we see each other in May, get your tickets today.
Yes, sign up. Stay tuned.
So it's realtiesabroad.com, and check out the expo, and we'll see you there. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. I'm Fara Sax. Have a great day.